purpose of this video is to show you how to take a processing sketch and put it on the web. The first step is to log into your MATLAB account. If you do a listing of your home directory, you'll see all the files and folders that are in that directory. The MATLAB provides you a default web page location that you have to create. With the command make directory, create a folder called public_HTML, all lowercase. It's in this directory that all of your web pages will go. Change into that directory using the cd command and create a folder for your processing sketch. Mine's called Bubbles. Now go to your processing sketch folder and grab the .pde processing source file and copy it to the Bubbles directory, or whatever your directory is called. To do this, we're going to have to do a file transfer. I'll use FileZilla to get the PDE file off of my computer and into my new HTML directory. Pull up the FileZilla program. This is freely available on the web for Mac, Windows, Linux. Type in the host name, math.whitman.edu, your user ID, SCHUELAW, password, and make sure you set the port to 22. Very important. And hit enter. You should see some progress up here. When it successfully connects, you'll see your MATLAB account files appearing on the right-hand window and your local files appearing on the left-hand window. On the left-hand window, it's not beautiful, but navigate to where your sketch folder is. I'm going to navigate down to the Bubbles directory, and if you double-click on that, you'll see in this window a listing of all the files in there. I'm going to grab this guy and put it onto my MATLAB account. On the MATLAB side, I need to go into public HTML and go into the Bubbles directory that I just created, and then I'll just grab this guy and drag it over and drop it, and that'll transfer the file, and you'll see messages up here about that. Wait for it to finish up. It's done. You can now close the FileZilla program. If you go back to your MATLAB terminal, there's the folder that we created. Let's go into that folder, and there's the newly transferred processing sketch. The next step is to grab a special HTML file that will allow web surfers to come and visit your processing sketch. I've placed a copy of this important file on the MATLAB server, and you can grab it with this simple command. wget and then the full URL to this HTML file. Hit enter, and very quickly we see that this file is downloaded from the MATLAB server and placed into this current directory. And we see it there, index.html. The last step is to edit the index.html file so that it knows about this .pde file. So let's go in there and do that. All this gobbledygook at the top, just leave it alone. The important element is down here. You need to change the name of the .pde file from this example.pde to whatever your PDE file is called. You have to match it exactly. It's case sensitive. So I'll type in my file name. Just like that. Hit escape. Save the file. And this should be it. Now you can go to your favorite web browser. I'll use Google Chrome, and we can visit the sketch that we've just placed on the web. The server is math.whitman.edu. The location on the server is tilde, the little tilde symbol, followed by your user ID, and then the name of the folder that you placed the sketch in. So it's always math.whitman.edu, it's always tilde, and then your user ID here, and the name of the folder that you put your sketch in here. Hit enter, and it will go grab that sketch and run it in the browser. If you know a little bit of HTML, you can add a couple of niceties to the index.html file. For example, maybe I would change the title to Bubbles. And you could surround this little canvas element with lots of other HTML if you happen to know a little bit of HTML. For example, we could put right above it a simple title, Bubbles. And maybe we'd like to center everything, so we could type center. And then save that and go back to your browser and see what those changes look like. So now the sketch is centered in the screen, and there's a little title up above, and then the other title appears in the tab. There's so much you can do with HTML and processing. Very sophisticated things where you can have buttons out here written in JavaScript that will interact with the sketch over here and vice versa. But for now, this is enough to get your sketch on the web so that other people can have a look at it.